Progress is on the ballot. Tolerance is on the ballot. Democracy is on the ballot. Justice is on the ballot.
Very emotional President Obama last night at his final Congressional Black Caucus dinner as president, pleading with African-American Democrats to rise up and block a Donald Trump victory in order to secure his legacy. Here with me to discuss all of this and more, Marc, Morial, president of the National Urban League, former Arizona Governor Jan Brewer, Neera Tanden, president of the Center for American Progress, and CNN political commentator Kevin Madden. And let me start with you, Mr. Mayor. The idea that Barack Obama is pleading with African Americans to get out there and protect his legacy it's an emotional one, I'm sure, for a lot of people. But also, I wonder if it also suggests that the excitement and the turnout is not there right now.
I think it suggests that Barack Obama's presidency has been transformational. It's been historic. In many respects, it'll never be matched. But also, his record of saving the economy from the Second Great Depression, a black high school graduation rate, which is higher than it was in 2009, a black unemployment rate, which is lower. This is no different than when conservatives in 1988 wanted to put the legacy of Ronald Reagan into the minds of the voters and the issues that he championed. And that's, I think, what this is about. So we are going to be part of an effort to really lift up the president's legacy and commitment by encouraging people in honor of that to evaluate the issues and to vote. One
of the big issues in the African-American community in this election is this birther issue. And I know that you vetoed a bill as governor in 2011, which seemed to be aimed at President Obama, proving that they were American citizens and had to present their birth certificates, et cetera, before they went on the ballot. You said that it was too much. Are you bothered at all by the fact that Donald Trump, for so many years, even though as of Friday he's no longer pushing it, pushed this lie that the president wasn't born in the United States?
Well, I'm very grateful that he came out and he closed the deal. I mean, he believes that Barack Obama was born in the United States of America, and he's ran for election now twice and was elected as a citizen. So I think that we need to put that behind us, and we need to move forward and talk about the things that Mr. Trump is trying to talk about, you know, the economy, jobs, security for sure, in schools. Those are the important issues that people are interested in. And of course, Donald has gotten great momentum now. They're looking for change. They're looking to go in a different direction, and I think the polls reflect that.
I'd say not so fast, Governor. The birther movement was a smear campaign with incredibly racist undertones. And isn't it convenient that now, with 50 days to go, all of a sudden you make a pivot with respect to something that really propelled and promoted you? It was offensive to us. It was offensive to me. It was offensive to Americans. Not so fast. You can't just sweep it under the rug and say, you know what, we closed the deal, because it's on the minds of people. When I heard it, I didn't have an opinion separate from Donald Trump, the candidate, the person, but I thought it was a smear campaign. It sounded like Joseph McCarthy in the 1950s.
But you know, here, but Jake, even President Obama said yesterday very clearly that, you know, we had more important things to talk about than where he was born. He knew where he was born. We need to move on.
Neera?
I have to say, when you 5 years ago was able to say that this birther stuff was nonsense, and we have the Republican nominee not capable of saying it 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, and then says this very thing, this thing he should have said years ago, right, years ago, and then starts another lie around it. It tells you who you can trust, honestly. This is a lie. This was always a lie, and he lied again to say one lie was wrong. And that's outrageous.
Kevin, let me ask you.
It was a feeding frenzy on both sides of the aisle. I remember very vividly having been
that he created
governor.
A feeding frenzy he created.
On both sides of the aisle. It was just coming. It was
not both sides of an aisle.
It was a.
What do you mean? What do you mean by both sides of the aisle?
Well, you had Democrats
insisting that the president was born in the United States.
No,
all over the country. Yes, you did, Nina. I was there.
Democrats were doing what?
They were questioning where he was born.
Democrats were.
Of course.
I don't know what that is about. But Kevin, you heard Chris Christie and you heard Governor Brewer there, both people who accepted the fact long ago that what happened in 1961 happened in 1961. Obama was born in Hawaii. Do you think that this is it? They're going to be able to end it as Governor Brewer and Chris Christie want it to be over? Well, I think if you were to ask me to come up with one thing that would ruin Donald Trump's momentum over the last 3 weeks, I'd say bringing up the birther thing. And the idea that he can use that stunt that he had at his hotel here in Washington this week just to end it, I think in many ways it's brought up new questions. And in many ways it's put the spotlight again on Donald Trump in a very negative way, and that I think is harmful. It could come up again in the debates. I expect that Hillary Clinton believes that this is going to work to her advantage, and that they'll try and use this to, again, draw a very stark contrast on the issues of trustworthiness and competency. I think I think the trust issue is one that Hillary Clinton particularly has a problem with, and I think they're going to try and now place that burden on Donald Trump with this issue. Last word, Mr. Mayor.
Yeah, look, the most important point is that you can't separate yourself from your record when you offer yourself for public office. And this is part of his record, it's part of his legacy. It was deeply offensive, it was camouflaged racism, and I just really think that the public has to consider all issues and all character traits of every candidate when they vote.
Thanks, one and all. Appreciate it. Coming up, it may not be a Cold War, but things were definitely chilly at the United Nations this morning as the U.S. battled Russia. What prompted this fight? That's next.